Hi. Over the course of this series, I've talked a lot about boundaries and preferences and not compromising what you really want. When we are not getting what we want, there's a strong possibility we need to set our standards higher. And um, sometimes we're seeking things that could never fulfill us. I see it a lot with people in dating. Yeah, it comes up a lot with dating. You think that, oh, it has to be this person, right? And then as you step away from it and you start to do your self work, you realize, oh, wow, I picked someone who couldn't really meet my needs. And that in itself is a sign. If you feel like you're spinning, it probably means that you're pursuing something that's not going to really meet your needs. So go back to the drawing board and say, what do I need? So if it's a relationship, what do you really need? Love? This is where I say go and look at the love languages. Beautiful work. Gary Chapman. Look, Google 5 love languages, figure out which one is yours, and then determine if the person that you're pursuing can provide you with that. Because chances are that's where the issue is that a need is not being met. And so you're spinning. You have it. You have this need churning within you that's not being fulfilled, and you deserve to have a need met. A need can't go unmet for a long period of time, and you stay well and healthy and balanced. So that is a sign. And so it could be maybe you're pursuing a particular business idea and it can't meet your needs, and you feel empty or scared or stressed out, or you're working late hours. It probably means you are doing something, or there's some component of what you're pursuing that can't fully meet your needs. So sit down, and this, I'm channeling all of these videos from Spirit because now I'm going to go and do this exercise. But what they're saying is sit down and write down, what are my needs? So say it is a business idea. Remember, business ideas, however creative and fulfilling they are, but ultimately a business, the purpose of running a business is income, right? And so sit down and ask yourself, what are my income needs? What do I need to feel fulfilled at work? What are my financial responsibilities, and what do I need to meet those responsibilities? Go back to the drawing board and really look at need. What do I need? Now, need is not my way of saying, oh, you can't have what you want. You can only have the bare minimum. That's not what I mean by need. I mean preference. I mean the things that light you up. I mean the things that make you feel light, the things that make you feel connected, the things that make you feel whole, the things that make you feel fulfilled. That is a need, right? Sometimes we think of needs at the bare minimum as like water, food, and shelter. They are, but we're humans in living whatever world we're living in, no matter where you are in the world. That's your reality. And look at it and say, okay, yes, those are my basic needs, but what do I need? Because your needs are valid. And sometimes we're pursuing things from a place of ignoring our needs or validating someone else's needs. Maybe it was a parental figure that said this is the way it needs to be, but that was their need and not yours. I saw this a lot for myself as it related to my happily ever after. And I realized I had picked up somebody else's need for a certain type of relationship instead of pursuing my own need for what type of relationship would work best for me. Same for work. For years, I pursued what I thought the world told me I needed instead of pursuing what I truly, truly wanted. And even as I went for what I wanted, I still felt a lot of guilt and shame about that desire. No, your needs are your needs. And Spirit is going to honor them if you allow Spirit to honor them. And the way we allow it is stepping back from the situations that aren't working and saying to ourselves, okay, what need am I looking to fulfill? And get really clear about that, and then cast that signal to the universe and believe and know that it's possible for you. You get to have what you want. You deserve to have what you want. you get your needs met. I remember I took some courses with Alison Armstrong, or in the Alison Armstrong group of classes. It wasn't with her, it was with another teacher. And one of the points that is made in that work, let's understand men, is that, and she was talking about cheating. And one of the reasons why people cheat, both male and female, is because there's a need not being met in that relationship. And needs are fundamental. And so inevitably somebody will go and get that need met. The same applies to any aspect of our lives. And you can do that with integrity if you decide that I deserve to have my needs met first and foremost. It is not wrong to have a need, want, or desire, and I don't have to hurt anyone to get my needs met. And that as long as I'm in my truth and I'm acting from a place of integrity, there's nothing that can keep me from having what I want. So, going back to the example of cheating, yeah, that's often done outside, out of integrity. And so that's what becomes so painful. But many times people are acting out of that because they're not getting clear about what the need is. It's like they just feel this compulsion, right, to do what they need to do, but they're not stopping to do the mental and emotional inquiry to figure out what led them to make that choice and decision. And if we do that, we will see miracles happen in our lives. You will make a different choice. You will do what is soulful, and you will do what is hard. Maybe it means that you have to have a difficult conversation with your partner or your boss or your friend or a family member. You might have to leave a situation, right? But I promise you, it won't feel like leaving. It won't feel like, it won't feel difficult. Yes, there might be some work involved, and change does bring on a shift of energy within us and can sometimes make us uncomfortable, but it won't feel bad, right? When I was going through my divorce last year, I knew it was right. I had a lot of support in my life that, I had a coach and I had therapy. I had my own self-work I was doing. So I knew, I had looked at all my feelings and I knew that it was the right decision. And my ex-husband, amazingly, he was like, yeah, at the same time too. And so, because that's how truth works, because you get in your truth and everybody else around you gets in their truth. And so even as I was going through that process, I would go look at apartments, and I'd get in an Uber in Oakland, and I'd be like, yeah, I'm going to look at this apartment, I'm going through a divorce. And inevitably, 9 times out of 10, somebody would be like, oh, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, whoa, am I supposed to be feeling bad about this? Because this is good, right? Yes, it's difficult and I have to move, and there is the journey of that and separating of things, but I didn't feel bad. And that's the beautiful thing. When you really set your standards higher and you give yourself permission to have what you want, you can go through really difficult transitions and it not kill you. Yeah, was there some grieving required? Oh my gosh, yes. I had to go through that journey. But it didn't feel as devastating as I thought it was going to feel a year ago. If I had imagined doing everything I did, I would have been like, oh my God, I would be devastated. How can I get out of bed in the morning? And not that because it wasn't right, but because of my fear around being able to make that transition. So set your standards higher. Believe that spirit is on your side. Believe that what you want is on its way to you. And do the hard stuff, and you'll find that it's not that challenging, and it's not nearly as painful as you think it's going to be. And approach every moment from a place of love and compassion and clarity and healthy boundaries. Take care of you. And when you're doing that, everything you need shows up at the time that you need it. And be open and receptive to all possibilities. Till next time, I'm Amy. of intuitivecoachingwithamy.com. Take care.